cool, because I've been fiddling around with a new setup, and I'm trying to make it so that either it's not heard or if it's muted as possible.
I got an idea, man. Submerge your entire PC into liquid nitrogen and just get rid of the fucking coolers. Boom, problem solved.
It's super simple. Just make a coolant system using vodka.
I'd be far too tempted to drink the cooling system.
It won't drink itself.
Drink it and taste it.
Yeah, so something's wrong. My vodka turned black by the end of the first week. Not sure if it's still good to drink or.
No,
Hey, why don't we do what the Russians were doing with the machine guns in World War II? Just stuff a bunch of ice in it. It'll eventually melt, but it's keeping the barrel cool.
It'll also fry the PC, Just a thought.
Okay, yeah, sure. I mean,
in the words of JonTron, fuck it.
Oh, also some fun stuff before we begin. Hey, Devin, you can yell at Yuri because he's the one who recommended the Knights of the Waifus.
You motherfucker!
What?
Dev on
I'm
the.
literally so close to getting my bunny girl harem, and then you ruined it.
I'm sorry, bro. How the hell you just gonna act like ain't none of the rest of us in the goddamn room like harem hosts? Let's slow that down. Let's slow that down, bud.
I do this for the thumbnail.
He's trying to cuck us out of the girls. That's all.
wait, did he seriously consider himself a harem protagonist? Get the fuck out of here.
Holy shit. Well, dude, he's got the edgy Dragon Knight outfit going on.
Oh shit, you got a point. Never mind.
I can play this entire game with my eyes closed, and I have a dragon.
Yeah. Well, you know what I got going on for me? I got this swag ass fucking tropical shirt. Makes me look like a drug lord.
Alrighty then. So, welcome, brothers, as we begin our conquest to Waifusalem.
Hold on,
Oh,
Mikey.
we have to do the voice? What the fuck? Yeah, seriously.
I wanted to make it fun because instead of just posting an image, I'm just gonna make this a bit more interesting in post.
Oh, right.
We're going.
See, we should have just started. We should have just
You,
started.
the waifus.
Romeo, how art thou? That's how we're doing it, right?
Art thou?
How thou outrates me on a scale of 1 to 10.
I'm sorry, we gave up the idea of the limo for this.
Yeah, Matt, I told you, I love democracy.
Hey, can we vote on this? Like, quick one right here.
I changed my vote.
Look, man, the U.S. government
You
always
didn't
does
get a
this, so
vote.
why can't
That's
we?
right. That's why I want to change my vote.
Democracy dictates we are the Knights of the Round, discussing who is best girl.
Hey, all in favor to
I'm
overthrow
already
Sal?
knight, so I don't know about you all. You're all like feeble peasants before mere knight.
Did you just call me a fucking peasant?
And he's...
Nigga, I am Jesus. The fuck?
Dude,
No, you're a femboy.
This is the battle of the four narcissists.
Ah, the mariachi band returns. He's bringing reinforcements.
You knew it couldn't be one of our videos without something going wrong.
Oh, it's beautiful. Fucking love this channel.
But by the way, AJ, take your mic a couple of inches away, because you're kind of blowing my eardrums out.
Oh, I thought it was anyway.
Okay, there we go. Perfect.
Alright, so we are the Knights of the Round discussing the waifus on our quest to the eternal paradise of Waifusalem.
Deus Vult. Infidelis.
So, when are we gonna invade Rome?
In nomine Patris et Filii
Well, we
et
gotta reach
Spiritus.
it
Now.
Eventually, comrade. Eventually.
You know what? Wait, the funniest thing is that I'm busy out here saying in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, but I'm pretty sure one of the characters ends up becoming the Jesus door.
The Jesus.
The Jesus.
Either that or Revolver Jesus.
The Revolver Salad isn't in this game.
You know exactly who the hell I mean.
Yeah. It's funny, I keep forgetting that he's one of the million Jesus designs in Persona series.
You know, aside from the actual persona called Messiah.
Yeah, or the Jesus disease giver in Trauma Center.
Okay. That one's a new one.
Yeah, it's like
Speaking of which, now that I'm thinking about it, Trauma Center, like, is that where the whole Choco Chie character comes from?
The whole what?
Holy shit, it's actual Jesus.
Holy fuck, it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Guys, that's not Jesus. That's just a bum they picked up from the side of the street. How many fucking times did I need to tell you?
Looking bum. Hold on.
No, the bum is Takaya. What are you talking about? Fucking, you want to give me homeless Jesus? Here he is in all his fucking
In all of his trash.
trash ass glory.
My child, it leads you to a dumpster.
No, that's the antagonist from Far Cry 5. You guys seriously haven't played that one? God.
So, quick summary about Persona 3 before we begin, for those who haven't seen it. Depressed teens kill God.
That sounds
More
about
or
right.
less. Oh, depressed teens kill
every JRPG ever.
depressed teens
Yeah.
kill God by shooting themselves.
Yeah, depressed teens fight God via suicide.
Life is symbolism.
Oh.
Destroy something, you must destroy
And
yourself.
of course, we're making this really lighthearted, but it goes a little deeper than that,
Oh, obviously, but it's funnier when you put it that way.
more or less.
Thankfully, Persona gives us a good outline since it follows the 22 card Arcana deck. So in that spirit, we'll be counting down from 0 to 22 with each girl that follows that specific Arcana. We won't go into specifics of the Arcana because that is more shit I wasn't really gonna get into in this type of series.
Yeah, it'll be a pain. Like it'll be a pain in the ass because then you got to do the basic, and then you got to do the reverse, and yeah, it's a long thing.
My Arcana.
Is it safe to say that I'm playing Persona 5 while we're having this podcast?
Yeah, I mean,
No.
eventually we'll do
You're
Persona
gonna-
5 one day.
Exactly, you're gonna need that.
So, on our first list, our first number 1 is technically Arcana 2, the priestess Fuuka Yamagishi. Let me put a picture of her again for the audience and ourselves. And she is adorable. A personal favorite, honestly.
Hey, blue, like the fucking blue-haired sweet cupcake. You know
Oh,
what?
you mean the fucking nerd?
Like
Yeah.
you know what?
Huge nerd.
Oh, absolutely. That's what makes it so damn cute. But you know what? I did know, like, I kind of noticed a little something in each of the Persona games, and it's that there's at least four core girls in the team. It's always gonna be one that's fucking diabetes, one that's hella smart, one that's hella good looking, and one that's just weird.
Diabetes. Define diabetes.
Too sweet for
fucking
this
sweet.
sinful earth.
Is that an anime Dunkin' Donuts?
God damn it, dude! Oh, that legitimately fucking scared me. Well, like, no, if we're talking about the cute character, then yeah, that's most definitely Fuuka.
Mm-hmm.
Well, should I say the sweet character? She's fucking living diabetes.
Just remember, folks, she doesn't know how to cook for shit. So, you're taking a pretty big gamble with her.
Considering they're teenagers, I'm willing to forgive her
I
on
don't
that
give
part.
a fuck if they're teenagers. You've never seen
Hey,
Hey
them.
man,
Yeah.
if my girl can
Chef
fix
Boy?
my fucking MP, can fix any electronic, I'll take that over cooking any day.
I'm like, dude, let's not forget that she straight up hands the MC of a homemade pair of headphones.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty fucking dope.
Fuuka made this in a cave with a box of scraps.
So,
Although
like,
I must admit, Fuuka has probably one of my most adored scenes in this entire game, and I'm pretty sure you know which one it is.
Pretty.
The fucking bit with the cameras.
Oh, it's amazing. So I know Anthony specifically and everybody else. There's this. I only give you the social links, but there's a scene where Fuuka's trying out this.
It's a muscle toning belt.
It's a muscle toning belt, right? And she turns it on and. It's Mitsuru who knocks on the door. Hey Fuuka, can I come in? And she just hears, yeah, I'll be right there.
No. What happens is that the fucking latch on the belt is stuck, and it's apparently tickling the shit out of her, right?
Wait,
So,
I've seen this before. SpongeBob?
and I'm gonna be real with you. It went over my head the first time I saw it, but the second time when I finally saw it again, I got the joke. Mitsuru comes and knocks on the door, and Fuuka's just begging and pleading for help from somebody from the outside, right? Now, Mitsuru's at the door. It took the second time when I played Persona 3 Portable before I actually got the joke, because I'd already seen, I'm looking at it, so I have the context for it. but without context, that's when the joke starts to make sense. From what Mitsuru is understanding is that she's hearing a buzzing sound coming from inside of Fuuka's room, and Fuuka's going nuts.
It's the best part. It's one of the best scenes because the misunderstanding is amazing.
And bro, just how uncomfortable Mitsuru got in the moment that she thought what was going on.
Yeah,
was going on.
yes, I'll come back later. It's like, wait, no,
Yeah,
you misunderstand.
Factor's over.
She's like, no, please help me.
Oh, it's the best.
It's like, yeah, the shock factor's over now, so it's like we can get.
Never personally date said character, but I'd definitely be friends with her. Yeah, most definitely Fuu's on that list.
Yeah, if you love sweet girls, Fuuka is definitely the best one of Persona 3, but out of, like, most dateable, she's not really high up on that list.
Yeah. I mean, do you think we should go over what her social link actually was?
Summarizing it, it's Fuuka trying to get more feminine habits, like cooking, but before she just realizes, you know what, I'm a tech geek, and I love it.
Can't
Yeah.
cook for shit.
Yeah.
Wasn't it also that whole thing of her trying to, patch that relationship between her and that one random chick, too?
Natsuki, I believe. Yeah, although that's a natural thing that happens in the story.
All right.
It is a good story of the bully and the bully and the victim becoming actual friends. The bull, yes. Natsuki is a bull.
The bully and the fucking way different.
Get the red cloth. Tori, Toro.
Keeps waving red.
Okay. You know what? That comes into play a little later on with another one of the girls, or specifically her persona. Anyway.
So, Fuuka, adorable.
Actually, you know what, dude? I think, don't we actually have to start from 1?
That's the funny thing. There is no 0 or 1 waifu.
Well, no. Should I say start? Like we kind of have to start for 0. Minako.
Okay, now that's where I got a bit confused because Minako is the unofficial one of the unofficial names for the female protagonist from Portable, and I was tempted to put her there because she's Zero, the fool. But the thing with that is her personality is still the MC, which is more. I only talk when I'm given the response to.
Well, you know what? See, actually, I was thinking we go more like considering that. Okay, as much as the Persona Q games aren't canon, they are the most definitive versions of those characters. Basically, those are the most actual versions of their behavior. Right?
Right.
So when it comes to Minako, yeah, she's smart. She got the whole smart, good look, cutesy personality, but she's goofy as hell, which I fucking love.
No, yeah, she's the best foil to the main to Minato.
To the point where she even imitates Junpei a couple times.
Oh, that's why they get along so well in their social link.
Those two are clowns, and it's great.
Amen. Also, the best part about Minako is that she's a fucking coon hound.
Yeah. Oh God, now that I'm thinking about it, if
let me get a picture of her for everyone else because I'm pretty sure since she's the portable MC, she's not really seen much.
Yeah, you know what? See, I just thought about it because if it's true for the MC in the main canon that he nails every girl he ends the social link with, that means the same has to be true for her too.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like it's how you get the 10 link for fucking Shinjiro is that you have to actively no, we're doing this, right? You sure you want to go? Yes. Drop your pants.
Oh God, I love the fact that everybody else is quiet because they have no idea what the fuck is going on.
They have no clue.
Rosetta Stone.
Support.
Okay, Minako can best be described as the spunky girl who will, if she tells you you're doing it, you're doing it.
More or less.
Sounds more like a parent.
What?
But I don't want to. But I don't want to go to Bowtown. Do it.
Why did
Move
she
on from
remind me?
Bobo. Do
Hold on
it.
a second. Why did she remind me of the new protagonist in Persona 5 Royale?
Oh, Kasumi? Yeah, she ain't that far away. Oh my God, you have no idea how hard I almost spoiled that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not talking about Persona 5 yet because we're not jumping the bus already.
No, I'm like, no, I mean, no, because seriously, dude, like once you get into Persona 5, I had to try I had to do the fucking impossible to not name drop the shit. Oh god. Let's get back to Persona 3 before I end up nerding out again.
Right.
Yeah,
So
because right now I'm in the middle of playing Persona 5.
yeah. So Minako is again Persona 3 protagonist, and honestly, she's probably the best girl outside of the main cast.
Main pick.
Yeah. Problem is, she's until Persona Q2, she was never seen again.
Yeah, and you know what? See, the weirdest thing is that they explain that as her coming from an alternate universe.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Understandable, but
Alternate universe. That doesn't sound.
It's a weird thing they introduced just for Q2 to make the female protagonist canon.
yeah, which that whole thing was sad. But I think we kind of spent enough time on this one.
Yeah, again, there's not much to say about Kasumi since where Minato is depressed as shit visibly, Minako hides it well behind the spunky exterior.
Yep.
Sounds like my kind of waifu.
Oh, she's the best, honestly.
Yeah.
So from 2 to 0, we move on to number 3 with the Empress, Mitsuru Kirijo.
Yeah.
It's just us.
He was excited.
He was so excited
Yeah,
he
what-
lost
okay.
connection.
Let me see. What do I have to like about her? Her personality. Well, she seems as a person who's kind of a, how do I say this, cocky son of a bitch. But behind that all, it's because of her mature personality. As far as cooking skills, I couldn't tell you much about that. But she's one to not really know much about having, I guess you could say, fun. Am I close on that?
Homegirl has no social life.
Yeah,
Let's put it that way.
social life.
She has she has no idea. She has no idea how to casually communicate with anyone else. In terms of
Fellow sentient beings.
in terms of taking care of business, dude, she keeps that shit on lock. And of course I respect her for it. But of course, the thing is that she doesn't actually learn how to talk to people until after a certain point in the game. And spoiler alert, if you haven't played it by now, well, that's your fucking problem. Yeah, she doesn't actually develop a personality until her dad gets capped. And you know what? And see, the funniest thing was that going over this analysis, it's kind of weird because I see Mitsuru as being damn near the same as Haru, only just not being as intimidating. Well, no, I shouldn't say intimidating. No, she just has a lot more of a presence than Haru does.
Yeah, considering she was raised to be both the next heiress of the Kirijo Corporation and a anti-shadow weapon from birth, essentially.
Shadow is my trigger word.
Calm down, Akihiko.
No. If you were trying to call him Akihiko, you would say protein.
God, okay, quick tangent. I hate that they made that his only shtick after Persona 3.
I swear to God, dude. When he showed up in Persona 4 Arena, it was just like two-fisted protein junkie, and then they run with that joke forever.
Oh, especially again, Persona 3
dude,
Portable. His social link gives you such an amazing character, and they fucking throw it away for. Hey man, I love fighting and proteins.
Exactly, dude. It was like, fam, he genuinely went from just this he's awkward as fuck, yes, but he's a fucking sweetheart. And now it's just protein. It's like, okay, goddamn it, stop beating me over the fucking head with this goddamn protein canister, you bastard.
Such a disrespect to the character.
It really is. But back to Mitsuru.
Yeah, back to.
By the way, I'm damn near surprised that her and Akihiko ain't had no type of history up to that point, and especially given the story for Persona 4 Arena, those two have a casual way of talking about each other that suggests to me that they have either these two are really close friends or these two are basically a married couple that don't know they're married.
I always felt that it was meant to be to showcase that they were a true companion trio with Shinjiro as well. Their weirdness with each other kind of clicked properly.
I mean, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, like they were the three weirdos that are somehow friends, but shouldn't be, you know?
Yeah.
Because Akihiko's
Like,
honest,
basically-
you know,
Like basically everybody in this group.
exactly, we're a bunch of weirdos that click. Ah shit, which one of us is Shinjiro? Who can cook
Well,
good?
shit, I want
Shit.
to like
Just
technically
albeit.
I kind of want to not be the guy who dies 2 missions in.
Oh, you're black. You died first mission.
God damn it, shut up.
Shit, he's right.
First mission in.
Like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? There's no black characters in Persona.
Wait, Chris, we're all minorities. We're all on the chopping block for first run.
That's not true. Oh wait, fuck.
But yeah, when it comes to Mitsuru, yeah, definitely the thing about it is that she's been groomed to be a businesswoman her entire life. So when it comes to keeping things on lock, she has that down pat. And I respect her for it. But of course, that's part of the reason why I don't think that I would date her. Like, not initially. I mean, after the point where, again, her dad gets capped and she starts learning how to actually talk to people, then yeah, honestly, I might go for it. Because like we done had this conversation before. I like a woman that inspires me to be better than what I am. And with Mitsuru, she is a perfectionist to a T. She is not gonna accept anything less.
Hey man, that's why she fucking drags all of your asses through summer lessons.
Oh hell
Summer
yeah!
lessons.
And don't even
Hold
get
on.
me started on what happens when you fuck up and then she has to execute you.
Oh yeah.
Wait, Nani? Execute.
Yeah, again, there's a scene in the hot springs where everybody's running. Junpei, it's Junpei that starts it, right? Because
Like no, it's Ryoji and Junpei. They
Yeah.
both they fuck up. Like basically, they choose to stay in the hot springs past the time for men to be in, past the time for men to be in it, and the girls come in during their time. You realize you fuck up, and if you don't escape without getting caught, and you do get caught, you are about to get the holy hell kicked out of you.
Was worth it.
Well,
To the point where that ass beating was so bad that you still got the hangover from it the next day.
Damn.
ooh. Ooh.
it's
Can't be worse than
glorious.
the bathhouse scene from Persona 4.
Oh, far worse. Far worse.
Oh yeah, no, they just threw shit in Persona 4. Mitsuru probably summons out Artemisia. Or Persona.
Like fucking outside of the place where that's supposed to happen. No, they fucking curb stomp your ass. Like
Oh boy, will you look at the time, man?
Basically it turns out looking like the harem scene in Persona 5.
if,
Yeah.
yeah, if the old dude wasn't there to stop them.
Bro, they straight up
What's going on here? Is that a murder?
Pretty much.
more or
I
less.
feel like this is leaning too much into spoiler territory for me because I'm still playing Persona 5. Because
The game's over 2 years old. That's your fault.
But Matt, Persona 5 Royal just came out. You're spoiling.
How dare you?
And dude, I feel like I need to say something about Persona 5 Royal, but I don't want to. Because I love the game, but seriously, dude, just the extra shit they tacked on at the end, it was kind of disappointing because just there was so much they could have did with it that they didn't.
So spoilers real quick. It's basically the ending of the bad ending for Persona 3 again.
More or less. But see, that's the thing though. The only reason why I'm harder on Persona 5 is because this is the one that really put Persona 4 Golden was the one that put the Persona series on the map. There's no denying that fact. Persona 3 it had a cult following, but Persona 4 was the game that put the series on the map. Persona 5 is the game that brought the series into popularity, and especially after its inclusion in Smash. Now, the only reason why I'm so critical of Persona 5 Royal, and I understand why it's completely unfair to judge it the way I would judge Persona 4 Golden, my bad, is because it feels like everything that was added into Persona 5 Royal, you could have just made that an extra DLC. But again, I'm not complaining about it because they made a whole lot of changes to mechanics in the game. They added a whole bunch of stuff into the dungeons. It's a little bit more comprehensive. It's less difficult to get to certain confidants. So again, as much as I want to complain about it, I can't because it's still great. But again, it's just all of that feels like it was tacked on, and the only reason why it feels like that is because the time difference between Persona 4 and Persona 4 Golden it's a big gap.
It was, and Persona 5 got delayed for, I want to say, damn near 6 years.
Oh hell yeah! Because again, like we are like okay. So the thing is that in Persona games, they always supposed to follow like a 2-year time gap, but that's not the case for Persona 5. Persona 5, if I had to take a wild stab at it, specifically because everyone uses smartphones and they're so prevalent, is that instead of it being in 2013 the way we would assume it would be, I'd say that it'd be like 2015, 2016, like right about the time the game actually dropped. But again, tangent. Let's get back to the actual shit.
Right, I'm gonna cut this out. Any again, we established Mitsuru hard to date, but there is a kind
like,
soul under there. It's just
like
hidden
hard
behind
to date,
sheets
but
of
worth
ice.
it.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 would do.
No, she'll do you.
Like no nigga. If she's in the mood for the snoo, there is no asking.
More,
People
I
will.
give her.
It's like no
My
nigga, you
personal-
can't like no nigga. When it come to her, you can't be tired.
In looks department, I give her a 7 out of 10, and on like actual personality, I give her like 3.5 out of 5. Like, that's reasonable, right?
Yeah,
Like,
Kind of
that's
fucking
reasonable.
low.
Right? Well, I mean,
I
this whole the whole idea of this whole thing is subjective as hell.
yeah, and that's fine. It's just feed shit for fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
So for God's sakes, don't let the Persona 3 fan base hear you say that shit.
Oh.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a fun
Oh.
time. But speaking
Oh
of a
no,
fun
nigga,
time,
you gonna actually go through an actual execution.
but
Objects in mirror are closer than they appear when the fanboys come running
Like,
for your
okay,
boss.
you know what? See, if y'all ever heard that song, "The Master Key," you basically gonna get mob. You basically gonna get mob stomped like you in an initiation.
Oh boy, initiation. Wait, why do they have pitchforks?
It's like, dog, because I'm pretty sure I showed y'all that Slap on Titan video, didn't I? You know that scene, like the scene where fucking Levi just starts kicking the shit out of Aaron. Yeah, imagine that with just gangsta ghetto music playing over the back.
Damn.
It's gonna be that.
Paradise from Sonic.
did you say Gangster's Paradise from Sonic? Because
I registered that and I didn't want to laugh at it, but the second you brought it up, man.
I've been trying to repress that. I've been trying to repress that Sonic got Gangster's Paradise before JoJo Part 5. Fuck
Gotta
this
go
planet.
Gotta go Theo.
Oh
Gotta go
god.
Star Platinum.
Fucking, but speaking about a fun time, it's time to talk about the canonical love interest, Arcana number 6, The Lovers, with Yukari Takeba. The, oh boy, mixed bag of Persona 3.
Oh.
Believe like for the longest time she was the girl that I was down with, right? Like this chick legitimately acted like it was like that's the thing though. This chick had the bipolar shit going on hella
This is
hard.
the suicidal one.
It was like it was either like, dude, it's either she is going to fucking nuke a city for your ass, or she's gonna nuke your ass. I could never figure it the fuck out.
Honey, I love you,
It's
honey.
like,
Is that?
Yukari
Like,
is
I
a
get-
textbook.
like,
Yukari is a textbook definition of abandonment issues combined with daddy issues all in one.
Like,
And you get
I thought you reached for the car keys. I had to go to work.
Like, dude, she has daddy and mommy issues. Now, the daddy issues I can understand. She was close to her father. He died in the explosion. I can get that.
Yeah.
But it's just like, dude, just like why? Like this thing with your mom's. Just why? I get it. She's like, dude, she's fucked emotionally. She needs your support.
Yeah, and then her mom's just, you know what? Fuck, I'm gonna sleep around. I mean, both of their okay, Persona 3 emphasizes that most of these kids' methods of coping are really shit.
Like, yeah, because I mean, the entire premise of Persona 3 is like is coping with death and depression.
Yeah. So Yukari's is just another example of ignoring the problem or being angry at it, and that really fucks her up for a good portion of the game, even post game when you get to the answer.
Oh hell yeah!
Because
like that shit, like that's like no. When she immediately went to beefing with Aigis over not getting the power of the fool, that was a little over the top.
over the top, but I get where she's coming from, considering I just went through what my mom went through, and now another woman is using what is essentially my boyfriend's thing, you know?
Yeah.
So Yukari's a mixed bag for the fan base a lot because it's either you like her or you hate her, and both are completely justified.
Yep. Although although there's a very specific reason why I'm in the camp of I'm all right with her, and you know exactly why. The mission.
We talking about the
especially-
fight with the lovers arcana.
Yep, and especially the fact that you can use the high cut armor prior to that, which makes it that much worse.
Oh, it's beautiful. So basically, for context, in the Persona, one of the bosses is the Arcanas of the Shadows.
I think actually the first one you got to go through is the Hierophant, which sets that whole thing off, and then it goes into the lovers.
Yeah, it's Hierophant then lovers. Maybe I can't remember the numbers specifically.
It's one of those two.
Yeah, but one leads to the other.
So yeah, basically the thing is that they the entire team has to get together to bring down these certain special shadows that show up every time a full moon full moon pops up. So one of their particular missions, and one in which Yukari has to be a part of the team because she insists on going, is to, well, I'm just gonna say it out loud. It's Fuck Hotel.
Oh my.
And
Yeah.
so after,
no, Matt, it's better. It's the priest first, then the lovers.
Oh, you're right. So anyway, after you bring down this first shadow, the entire team gets separated. Everybody gets hypnotized, mind scrambled, everything, right? So, don't you remember the 80s when everything felt like porn?
I don't know.
That is effectively what the aftermath of the fight with the priest ends up with.
So here's what ends up happening, right? So the main character and Yukari end up getting split off from the other two members of the team, and again, while everybody's under the influence of the Lovers Arcana, shit's getting crazy, right? So main protagonist in the room basically just opening up his shirt is like, yeah, I'm getting this, like it's time to get down to fuck mode. And Yukari's just coming out of the shower buck ass naked.
With a towel.
With a towel on. Finally snaps the fuck out of it and slaps the taste out your mouth.
Oh, I actually saw that once. I saw
Yeah,
that
you know what, actually-
the Persona 3 movie.
Yeah, they had that. Yeah, they actually had that in the movie. I swear to you, that scene kills me every time I get to it.
What are you doing in my room? Oh my god.
It's like, no. They're not in the room. No, both of them are completely mind wiped, and they are about to fuck.
Just how you say that with such punctuation. You sound like a narrator for a movie, and then he proceeded to.
Like, it was about to be some smashing going on in that room, but then Yukari snaps out of it.
Aww.
So again, the whole thing is like, I like her for the fact that I understand the reason why she's screwed in the head and she keeps trying to run away from the problem because she has no idea how to deal with it. But I can't excuse the fact that, again, she has these weird emotional outbursts and she keeps constantly flip-flopping in between how the fuck she feels. Like, seriously, dude, the first time you really make a genuine connection to her, and the point where she actually becomes romanceable is during the time where the team is on the
Kirijo resort.
Yeah. The first time you actually have a genuine interaction with her, something happened with her dad which pissed her off. Mitsuru said something and it sent her running. She was mad as fuck and sad, and she was mad as fuck and upset. I get that, but the fact of the matter is, like, dude, you can't just go out here bombing me because you're upset and then gonna tell me something about you have no idea how I feel. Like, bro, I'm the seriously, no. Both my parents died in an explosion, and I apparently have death sealed inside me for whatever reason. Calm down.
I just remembered something that I wanted to bring up for Minako's thing. So let me get a picture real quick, because it's the best bit of fan art that explains why you can play as Minako. So let me get that, but continue.
Oh, what? Didn't they do that whole thing where it was like his sister or something?
Yes, it is a beautiful pic of the two young kids, Minako and Minato, and they're holding each other's hands, and the text is "Who was left behind."
Yeah, I like that idea.
It's the best part, and fucked up considering that means that Aigis basically watched like an 8-year-old die as well.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that is grim. Like, yeah, it is grim. It is grim as fuck.
I guess another girl we'll get to talk to later is basically the source of a lot of the problems in Persona 3, kind of unintentionally.
Oh, you fucked up for this goddamn vibe check picture. I fucking hate you. It's so accurate, but I fucking hate you for this. God damn it.
It's fine.
I don't get it.
But yeah, that's pretty fucking accurate.
My favorite piece of fan art for this game, honestly. I'll post. It'll be in the video.
It really is. Like, it's a super sweet picture, but it's more or less, like, you know, I don't know. That shit hits me in my goddamn feelings.
Oh yeah, if you consider that, like, yeah, you're just playing the surviving twin.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked.
Yeah. But back to Yukari, the hot mess of a girl. Honestly, you can either love her or hate her, and both are completely valid points of view.
Okay, so let's see. She's suicidal. How are her cooking skills?
I wouldn't say suicidal.
She had a gun pointed to her fucking head.
Anthony, all of these kids
that's
point guns to
everyone
their
in
heads.
this game, right?
Dear
Seriously,
God.
dude, the way they call out their personas is by shooting themselves in the head.
What the fuck?
I mean, the only suicidal one is technically Shinjiro, really.
Hey, wait a minute, is this a 74 Magnum?
It's like, dude, and that was like the funniest. Like, that was like the funniest thing to me. I was like, dude, if any of them used the gun, that'd be a really fucked up situation if they forgot which one was which.
Oops. Wanna play Russian Persona roulette? Come on.
Looking down the door. Hey, something's wrong with it. It keeps jamming.
They'd also be effectively worthless in mementos, right? Because that would subconsciously determine that was a real deal gun.
Yep.
Okay. They just killed
It's
themselves.
like, no, it's like, yeah, no, because because mementos is based on cognition, everything that they see, that's an actual gun. Pow.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun time. But speaking of a fun time, not really, we're moving on to Arcana number 7. This is the exclusive to the female portable routes. Number 7, the Chariot, Riyo Iwasaki. And the two exclusive females social links in our portable aren't really all that great, honestly. Riyo can be described as, I like this idiot, but I don't know how to say it.
Okay,
Yeah.
looks department 10 out of 10. Like for me.
Honestly, for me, 5 out of 10. She's too generic
You know,
looking.
and wait. You want to know what the worst part is? You want to know what the worst part is? Why the fuck does she look like Yukiko?
From Persona 4. Exactly. I was just about to say that, but I just didn't want to have anyone like rip on me like no.
Especially younger Yukiko over here.
Yes, it's like, dude, I don't want to rip on her, but it's just like, dude, it's like, okay, look, I'm sorry, fam. That fact, like, I don't like to judge based on appearance, but she looks too damn close to Yukiko. I couldn't do it.
I'm not racist,
like to
but
play.
they look the exact same.
Sister, is that you?
They're the same fucking person.
Do it.
With only like 2-year difference?
Specifically, it's only a 2-year difference, dude. If you had told me that if I had no context for either one of these characters and you told me that they were related, I would totally believe you. Like, honestly, like, fuck, I can't do it. I want to say what I want to say, but god damn it, the spoilers.
So while Riyo is the weakest link, wasn't Yukiko also considered the weakest link for Persona 4?
Like, for the most
So
part,
yeah.
for the most part, she's usually considered the least interesting character.
Yeah, so at least it fits design-wise. Riyo is very boring because she's just a not, I can't spit out that I like this guy type of.
And who was the next one?
Oh, this is
Because
one
I
of,
missed that. Like, that one, the next one I genuinely missed. In terms of exclusive to the female route, that one I missed.
she's two Arcanas later, but hers is, holy shit, it's a wild story.
You said it's only for the portable, right?
Yeah,
Like,
Riyo
yeah, like,
Iwasaki's
no,
portable, female portable.
Like, yeah,
In a way,
Like,
I kind of find it disappointing that you had to get, or that you get different story parts from the portable.
You don't get different
Well, no.
story routes. You get different social
yeah,
links.
you get different social links.
that's what I'm
It was
saying.
like that's the thing. Like Persona 3, like the difference between Persona 3 and Persona 4 was kind of the catalyst that made Persona 3 Portable a thing.
Yeah. Persona 3 focused on social links dedicated outside of the main group. So
Right.
random ass students or people outside. Persona 4 was focused on, but that was good for getting world building, but bad for building up a relationship between the core team.
Yeah, Persona 4 in Persona 4 you could just genuinely build a relationship with your team and a few characters outside of them. Also, there's another particular thing that got on my nerves, and this was kind of another big difference between Persona 3 and Persona 4. The fact of the matter is that any single like any one of these social links that you committed to in terms of any other romance options always ended with you dating that person. So if you ever tried any other social link with any other female characters or male characters, whichever one you're going with, it always ended in it always ended in everything just being broke. You could never just be platonic friends with anyone.
Yeah, it always ended in a fuck scene.
Like, yeah, until until Persona 4.
I just want to be a friend. I don't want to get into all the sex.
It legitimately turns into an actual
hand holding.
Yeah.
Becky used to like me, but then I got Persona 4. Now she
Yeah,
loves me.
because here's the thing. All the social links ended with fucking, but then the answer tried to play it off like, no, Yukari was the only main love interest.
It's like, yeah, no, hold up. We ain't getting ready to slide. Like, no, we ain't about to slide past the fact that I done went in and how many chicks now?
Like, dude,
Persona
I live with
3
these
will
four.
love this man.
Like, no, I live with these 4 girls, and I have smashed all of them. Even the robot, especially the robot.
Wait, the robot.
Isn't that a washing machine?
Like, yo, it legitimately reminded me of like, it reminded me of that photo that Sal sent through a little while ago. You know, what does smashing your teacher have to do with the fantasy? We'll get there when we get there. Like, no, you're not just gonna yada yada your way past it. No, we're not doing that.
Moving on from Portable and its superiority in some aspects, we're moving on to Arcana 8, Justice, with Chihiro Fushimi, who Matt is scared of.
She genuinely terrifies me. She genuinely terrifies me. Okay, so for context with this girl, don't let that somewhat non-menacing face fool you. No,
I was just about to say that face looks so nice.
This shit out of the fucking mind. Okay,
The forehead is
like,
another question.
What was your question?
Go ahead, Chris.
The forehead goes on and on. The face isn't all that menacing though. The forehead is on a different question.
It's like, okay,
Don't let it be fooled.
okay. So the thing about this girl is that she's super nervous around guys. She's damn near terrified of them. She has absolutely no confidence. She's a member of the student council team under Mitsuru and a couple other people. And basically, if you engage her social link as the main character, you're the first boyfriend she's ever had. Now, and in most cases, I wouldn't knock anybody for that. That's completely fine. I understand the idea of being nervous, especially if it's your first time in a relationship. I understand that. But the way this chick acts whenever another female comes around you.
Okay, context. It is the one
Nigga,
instance. It is one.
Fucking guy side.
Okay.
Okay, that's all you have.
No, we're not gonna disrespect it like that. The context. Mitsuru tells the main protagonist, because they're trying to figure out where's this missing money. She tells him, okay, come to my room tonight by yourself. Don't let anyone see you. Chihiro reasonably was like, no, you're not gonna be alone with my boyfriend. You're gonna fucking snatch him away. Because reasonably, you look at Chihiro and then you look at Mitsuru. What do you think's gonna happen?
Now my whole thing is that given that she must have seen that they've had interactions before then, do you really think that Mitsuru will be playing that bullshit?
When you have zero confidence, you'll believe anything, especially with a woman like Mitsuru.
I don't. No, fam. I can't go with it.
Hey man, when you're like a 5 and then a 10 is telling your boyfriend, come to my room alone, how do you react?
Okay, fair enough. God damn it. I'm still
What?
not
They're
about to
gonna
act,
play goddamn Minecraft.
I'm
What's
still
wrong
not
with
about
that?
to act like that tone shift didn't scare the balls off my ass.
At first, she sounded like a woman after my own heart, but after you said like she turns into Gasai
It
whenever
is
a
not
girl.
remotely that bad. It's one outburst.
I don't believe you, Sal.
One that you get to see openly.
And you know what? See, that was the fucked up part. That was immediately the next thing that I thought. It's like, yeah, it's one that we see.
She's also
And then, but see, also because the other thing that kind of did it was just like, as much as I would love to hear this, it's just like we barely know each other. I don't need to know that I'm giving you wet dreams like that.
oh yeah, because isn't like the next link is immediately like, so you're staying over, right?
Exactly. It's like, yo, I don't want you going anywhere fucking near him to, I want you, like, stay here. It's 30 minutes. I need you to stay here. Why? Stay here! That's essentially what ends up happening.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, yo, like, you know, she goes to playing off the whole thing of, oh, there have been some assault, and, you know, there have been sexual assaults in the area. I'm kind of scared. Would you mind staying a little longer? It's like, dude, it's getting late. I should probably go. I really want you to stay here. It's like, no, dude, seriously, I've got to go. You're gonna fuck me.
Insist.
Hey, calm down.
So we can describe Matt with this gif real quick.
Mark me down as scared and horny.
Yep, that is definitely him.
Exactly. like most of the time I understand not sticking my dick and crazy, but it's just like, okay, this time around I might need to break that rule.
So honestly, but one of the best parts, she's not super crazy, but I can appreciate some dominance in a woman.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's where I give it a
to be fair, Makoto is my dream girl, so I can't deny that.
The S&M queen.
Like you wouldn't fucking believe.
Oh,
Well, you know what? See, I don't even think I'd be able to say that because, I mean, holy shit, the way she's terrified of scary movies, anything that may be slightly menacing might give her a heart attack.
Oh yes, the Telemundo.
fuck you,
What the?
Chris.
Oh my god! What a perfect forehead. Hey, you mad? Why? Cause I can't see my forehead.
Wow, you made an instant meme like that. Jesus.
Oh, that's going on the
In the
video.
world. How did you get that?
Oh, shit.
He's back on his computer. Wait a minute. Pulls up Photoshop.
Wait, hold on, bro.
Anyone who's able to get that reference.
I'm sorry, fam. She don't have wet dreams. She had wet motion pictures.
Props to anyone who gets that reference that I just said.
What did you say? Because Matt cut out with the whole motion pictures.
I said, no, I mean my last joke. Like, you mad? Why? Cause I can't see my forehead.
Yeah, SpongeBob.
Of course. Patrick.
Perfect.
Wait, if that's the case, if you can land a fucking plane on her forehead, what can you land on Sakura's then?
I'll jump the Air Force One.
Exactly. like the entirety of the air fleet.
The air fleet. Damn, it doesn't give me a good segue. Oh well, fuck it.
Telling me it's
Oh no, we talking about segues. Shouldn't we be getting right next to the baby mama?
I'm pretty sure this is the same one I'm talking about. So we're moving on to Arcana number 9, the Hermit with Isako Toriumi, or as you know, we're in the game, Maya, because you meet up on these. Okay, here's a fucking weird thing. It's called Innocent Sin, which is the name of the persona of Persona 2.
Persona 2.
Which it takes place in Persona 3. Like, this is an actual thing that happened, but it's also a video game.
Hold on, bring that back. Persona 2 takes place during Persona 3?
No, before Persona 3, but it takes place in the same universe.
Oh.
Man.
Okay, no, because I was trying to get, no.
Oh no, that would have been amazing if you turn on the news of Persona 3 and be like, yes, Nazis have risen from the grave with Hitler beside them.
Like, I can't, dude, the explanation that you would have to go through, okay, Persona 2, Power Rumors, final boss, fucking Hitler.
With the Spear of Destiny, by the way.
There's, dude, it's it was like somebody said, yo, let's have the most cracked out Assassin's Creed anything ever. It's let's just make the final boss Hitler. Why? Because
And for those wondering, we're probably not going to do a waifu review on Persona 2 because I'm the only one who's played that fucking game.
Like no. I'm playing through Persona 2 right now. It's just it's a little hard to like for me. It's just a little hard discerning who's who.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, but moving on to the waifu of the hour, Isako Toriumi is your homeroom teacher, and she's nice.
I'm getting some real Kawakami vibes off of this one. No, I'm fucking kidding. They're like nothing alike.
No.
Basically, this just basically the whole thing with this teacher. Fuck, I forgot what her whole deal was.
You meet her on the online game, and she basically vents about her daily life and the general struggle she faces as an adult. There's no real development with her because she's already gone through her own life, you know. She's just an okay character, honestly. Not much to her.
Oh, mask on.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I lost my soundboard.
Okay, there we go. Oh, man, I have no idea what happened. Everything just froze for about 10 seconds.
Dog, the moment you came back, so I was like, damn it, I lost my soundboard. I was just like, wait, he was never here. These are all pre-recorded.
Yeah, I just have pre-recorded lines for Matt that I just play around.
So yeah, I forgot what the fuck was that deal again. I mean, aside from you just meeting her in game.
Yeah, she just vents at you about her daily life and what it's like being an older woman in Japan, which, funny enough, is a real thing because she's lamenting being a Christmas cake, which is a term for women over 20 that isn't married and is seen as undesirable by most Japanese males. Other than that, there's not much to her except for the final scene at the game, which you can have the optional scene you can have with her, where you drop your phone. And it's the save screen that she sent you in the game. It's like, oh shit, I have been flirting with my students for months.
Yep. It kind of like again. So again, kind of like it's again kind of what I say when I when you fall into the whole thing with Kawakami. They're kind of the same.
Essentially.
Well, I mean, of course, Kawakami has a bit of different shit going on, but I'm just saying it's close enough.
Yeah, you can't fuck Miss Toriumi yet in this game. That's the only difference.
I mean, no, I'd say you could because she ends up asking you asking you on a date, and there ain't no guarantee that there's no guarantee that there's not fucking going on.
Well, the homie kind of dies the next day, so.
Wait, the what?
Yeah, you get this optional scene in the last week of the game when Minato is literally dying.
Well, true.
And unless there's some scrap shit where someone's fucking that corpse, I don't think anything's going on.
I guess you could say he went out with a bang.
Okay, I'm legitimately beginning to have an issue with whatever the hell is going on, just randomly cutting in and out. It's starting to piss me off.
That's Chris.
It's like, no, because we'll be mid-conversation and then everything will just freeze.
That's been happening to me for the past hour.
Oh, that's weird. I haven't heard anything on my end.
Neither me. I blame the Telemundo.
All right, let's continue on before my connection decides to just kill itself.
Right. So now we're going on. Okay, so here's Persona 3 has an alternate hermits. This is where we meet probably the most awkward social link for me. The hermit Saori Hasegawa. And
the introvert, my species.
No.
We're talking about the
Saori is the people pleaser with very dark implications by the end of her social link.
Like, I remember her being a doormat, but I don't remember the end of her. I don't remember the end of hers.
It's implied, not specifically, but it's implied her uncle sexually abused her as a child.
Okay, yikes.
Well then.
Yikes.
Hello, FBI?
It's from like two comments she makes. It's two comments she makes. The first one is that this isn't real love. This is real love. Unlike those adults who were happy with me if I smiled and did what they asked. And then the second line at the end is like, maybe it's a good thing your first love doesn't come true. After all, my first love was with my uncle.
No, no, mm-mm.
Yeah,
Bro,
it's...
I knew these games could be dark. I didn't think that's where this one went. I didn't finish this Social Link, and now I'm kind of, oh god.
Yeah, it's the most awkward for me. It's like,
God,
whoa.
I feel so fucking terrible for this
Oh, do
character
you want to
now.
deal with damaged goods? Damaged goods? Anyone?
I mean,
It's just like, damn. Okay, I always knew that the Persona series had more than enough potential to just hit a place that was really just a little too real, but god, that.
honestly, this is something you'd see in Persona 2. Genuinely.
It really is. It genuinely is, especially with Lisa, most definitely.
June as well, when you get to his whole mess. Oh boy.
Yikes.
Yeah, but Saori's is the most awkward Social Link, honestly. Genuinely. She's a sweet character, but very doormat because of her previous...
because of upbringing, just a doormat. And it's like, dude, I don't know if I'd be able to date her seriously. I don't think that I'd be able to date her seriously because I'd have too much of a damn hero complex for her. Like, I'm too busy trying to save her to actually date her.
Protect her innocence at all costs.
Yeah, that's why we're the Templars of Waifus.
Hey, want to see something really fucked up?
Oh boy, Chris is making more memes.
I don't think I like this.
We're too early in on this to see something.
Oh, fuck you, Chris. Fuck you.
What the fuck have you done?
What is it?
God damn it, Chris!
Everybody hates Chris.
Alright, everyone in the chat.
Okay, you know what? That has to be the most appropriate joke for this particular moment.
God, it's scary how
I never played the
this
games.
is.
I don't know about it. I got this idea when we called her a doormat. Like, all right. So I saw the saving all stuff and on that. He said, "Hey, she was molested by her uncle." Like, oh shit, this is like really connected.
Chris, this is a perfect thing of what could happen, and it's scary to me.
Yes. This legitimately makes me uncomfortable. Nothing in Persona games have made me uncomfortable, but this does.
The resemblance is uncanny.
It's
I fear no Persona. I fear no game, but
this
thing, it scares me.
So moving off.
Please, let's move on.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, please.
Fuck you, Chris.
Delete this
so
from the chat. Delete this from the chat, please.
So we're moving on from an awkward one to an actually very sweet one with Arcana 11 Strength. Yuko Nishiwaki.
Okay, thank you. We on to the baby mama. Yes, yes, absolutely yes. Because at this current moment in time, especially in my life, we have a mindset that links up nicely. Plus, I'm the American Wooly, so it was inevitable.
Pretty much, yeah.
Let me try and get a read behind her personality.
Oh yeah, she's kind of like she's just the super sweet girl that decides at one point or another that she wants to become a parent and she wants to do better as a team leader. She's kind of lazy, but decides to break out of that.
Yeah, with her culminating in that she wants to go into a university to become a proper sports trainer.
Yeah, that and a parent.
Oh yeah, no, the ending of her Social Link is amazing because she just straight up asks you, if we had a kid, would you prefer a boy or a girl?
Oh yeah, hell no, fam. The fact that at the end of her Social Link, she hits you with my parents aren't home. I'm just like, okay. So out of all of them, this one is the most explicit to me, and the idea that we are going to fuck.
Yeah, it is
because
very
much. Basically she ramps because basically she's on that the entire way through. And considering the fact that she comes to the idea that she wants to be an actual sports trainer by helping a bunch of kids learn how to run track and whatnot. It honestly, this one feels really organic.
Yeah, honestly, it's the best part. It's the best part of this link. Honestly, is that most of your events are just hanging out at the restaurants and shit.
Exactly. It's like for this particular social link, this one to me is the most realistic out of all of them in Persona 3.
Amen to that. And
I mean, not to say that some of the events of the others can't happen. I'm just saying this one is the one that's most likely to happen.
this feels like a teenager romance, that ends with a good ending.
Legitimately, that's what it feels like. There's nothing crazy. There's nothing super crazy about it. There's no flip flopping emotions. It just goes from hey, hey, I'm your team manager, because the way you meet is by joining one of the sports clubs, either swimming or what was it, kendo,
track, or swimming.
Exactly. So that's how you meet her. She's the team, she's the team manager. You decide to hang out with her one day, and it just naturally progresses from you hanging out to she develops feelings for you, and you reciprocate. It's the most natural one out of all of them.
Somebody said natural. I don't like that.
And again, I ain't gonna lie, fam. I like for the only other black character in the Persona game that I know of, she's she's not that bad looking. To me, she ain't bad looking in the face, right? Because the only other black character they ever had in the Persona game was in Persona 1, and they ended up changing that just because they didn't want to have a super dark dude that spoke in slang.
No, fun fact, he was a white guy in Japan, and then they made him a black guy for America.
Holy shit, you kidding me?
No, I am dead serious. Mark was a white boy, and they turned him black.
And you know what? And see, again, I should find that weird, but I kind of don't. The only thing at this point I wish is that they added they added some more black characters in Persona games, because I mean, black people in Japan now, so that's a thing.
Maybe in the future series.
Oh my god!
Why did you change his hat?
Yeah, that is a little strange. I feel like that is.
It's one thing. It's one thing that I'm going to change entire skin color. Why did he change his?
Why did he change his hat? I have no idea.
No. There's a reason they changed the hat. Because that would have been racist.
No. There's a reason. Because American.
They changed his skin color. They changed his hat. They got rid of his piercings, his tattoos. Holy shit! They did my boy dirty.
Well, think about it. How do you think people would have reacted if they seen him like that? They would have considered very stereotypical.
And again, you know what? And see, here's the thing. I would not if Persona 5 had included a black character that spoke in a lot of slang, I probably welcome that. Just because, well, shit, I'm a nigga and I tend to speak in a lot of slang. Most people assume that I'm stupid as fuck because most of my shit is buried in short language.
Rosetta Stone, Slag a Stone.
But it's like no. But in terms of a dark skinned character, I like her design mostly because, again, she doesn't look super stereotypically ridiculous in the same way Mark kind of does. Because I mean, my man's fucking lips though.
What the?
The fact that his features just look so ridiculously exaggerated with the big ass ears and the extended nose and the big ass lips.
I mean, that was a problem with Masao's original design, but goddamn, it does not translate well when you make him black.
It doesn't.
But yeah, but no, it's funny enough. It's implied. She makes an implication that she might just be tanned because she talks about the teacher got mad at her because her skirt was a little bit too short. So
so she might be a gal type.
She's either black or she's a gal. It's honestly either or.
Now either or is still cool with me because I like her character more than any other female more than any other girl in Persona 3. And the weirdest thing is that, and Sal, you know this, I was diehard like a motherfucker for Yukari for the longest time.
I remember.
And then I played through again and I got reminded of Yuko. I'm like, all right, she the realest one out of all of them. This bitch gangster, and I likes that.
She's the only girl without issues in this series.
And it's really bad. And it's really bad that's the thing that makes her stand out.
You people are fucked up. So yeah, she's a top tier waifu, honestly.
Yep. And again, God damn it, Chris. With this shit again. No, if
This
you're
ain't
gonna
Black
do that,
Clover.
if you're gonna do that, it's gotta be Yankee with no brim.
God.
Alright, first off, what the fuck?
Oh.
Style, we're gonna call those edits Chris edits. He's just gonna pop up.
Oh, I'm adding like fucking Sunny in Philadelphia music whenever it's a Chris edit.
Like it just one, like just somebody, like somebody's gonna crack a joke and then we just gonna get Seinfeld.
Mhm.
Oh, but
No, or
fucking
better
good.
yet, we do the ending credits lanes of like Law and Order, like dun 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 dun.
Yeah, that's Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. I'd say that's
wait, what was it? Fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. Oh, that's perfect as well.
That's the one that always plays whenever there's like something like
No! Yankee with no brim.
I'm now mad because when we do Persona 1, I'm not going to do the PS1 version, but if we did, I would just edit Mark's sprite to always be to always be a different hat.
Dude, and you know what, legit, I'm pretty sure we had this conversation. It's like, I really do hope, I kind of hope that Persona 1 and 2 get the remastered treatment. Like, it's like, okay, look, as much as, like, you done already said it, they probably removed some of the gay options for Persona 2.
The canonical gay options, fun fact, that is almost canonical that the main character is a gay. Yeah, because you could romance all 3 members of your party and all of them feel natural, but the one that feels the best is with the final party member, Jun.
Okay.
You'll see when you get through it, but it's a genuinely good relationship with all of them.
Persona 1 and 2, instead of a remake a remaster. Where instead of a remaster, it is a remake.
It's
from the ground up.
Well, no, it
new
would be.
draw.
Well, no, it would be a remake because, like, that's the thing. Persona 5 is actually the closest thing to a remake that I could really think of. The whole idea of discussions with the whole idea A, that your opponents are personas, and B, the idea that you have discussions with them, that came in from the Shin Megami Tensei series, which they translated into Revelations Persona and Persona 2.
Yeah.
So really, all it is just all those are just remasters of the older games.
Yeah, honestly, Persona 5 is the most true to the original Persona 1 and 2.
You know, with the flair of the newer Persona games.
Yeah. But let's move on from the discussion to an Arcana that we're gonna skip because Arcana 12, the Hanged Man, is Maiko Ohashi, which is like a kindergartner.
Nope, not touching it. No. I mean, don't get me, like, here's the thing.
Cute kid, we're not bringing her into waifu discussions.
Exactly. Yeah, she's a cute kid. She's kind of got a fucked up home situation, but I'm not bringing, like, yeah, we're not doing the analysis. I feel like we've gone less from rating waifus to analyzing them.
We kind of skipped over the rating thing, but it's fine. Episode 1 always has some flaws.
It's like, no, I feel a little bit better just doing analysis rather than just straight up out and out rating them.
And now, well, it fits better with the aesthetic of us arguing over waifus in our nightly regalia. Thanks, Chris. But moving on to an actual waifu, we're skipping all the way to Arcana number 20, Aeon, with the robot waifu supreme, Aigis.
Hell no.
Wow. Okay, just gonna.
It's like
No. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm getting tired of this robot shit. They are fucking shit for a reason. Not biological, just pure shit.
Wow. Okay.
You know what? See, also, I feel like another thing, like, also the other thing, I kind of feel like we kind of, you know what? I'll bring it up after we're done with this one.
All
like,
right.
okay, so of course, the thing with Aigis is that when you first meet her, she has absolutely no personality behind being anti-shadow suppression weapon Aigis.
Doesn't she break into your room too?
Oh yeah, it's an actual. She just breaks into your room, and Yukari has to tell her, "No, stop it."
Stop, like, kind of not do that. But specifically, there's a reason for that, and that's because I mentioned this earlier. Yeah, she kind of sealed death inside of the main character after getting both of his parents killed.
Aigis, the source and solution to all of Persona 3's problems.
Kill it
Quite
with
literal.
fire, got it.
Like she's the literal definition of kill it with fire.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, no, when she
Like,
meets Ryuji,
between-
the avatar of death, she literally is like, kill
Yeah,
him. Kill him now.
She immediately wants to murder him because, oh, yeah, he's the avatar of Thanatos.
Not to mention, on top of that, it would be like sticking your dick in the hair dryer.
Oh, there ain't nothing for you to stick your dick in.
Yeah, that is a smooth
there's
marble
nothing- Look at
surface.
the design, man.
It's like, technically, yeah, her social link still does end in fucking, but in a different sense. You imprint your DNA onto what? Like some sort of personal drive or something on her?
The Papillon
And-
heart, basically her
Yeah.
CPU, more or less.
Yeah,
Well,
something
gotta
like
use it.
that. I'm pretty sure you utilize that whole plume of dust thing that they vaguely bring up in that series.
She's powered by a plume of dusk, yeah.
Okay.
Which did they, and small tangent, did they ever even fucking explain what the hell that was?
I can't remember if this is actual information or something that I just read up on fanfiction.net, but it's meant to be a fragment of a larger shadow, like the Arcana shadows.
Huh.
But I can't
Okay.
remember if that's an actual thing. Let me double check, but continue.
It's like, yeah, so essentially her social link ends with you imprinting your DNA on the Papillon heart, which she prefaces by saying, I'm gonna shut down my motor functions. If you hear me make any sort of strange noises, please ignore that. So yeah,
Define
you
strange
fucking
noises.
but just like you know what the fuck I mean by strange noises.
9. I am oblivious to this. You must explain.
Oh,
Explain,
goddamn.
detail, elaborate. It's for research.
Well, I just imagine it with like a notepad and a pencil like right next to him.
Write this down. Write this down.
More or less. It's like no, but okay. So again, initially the way she starts out is she is a literal walking machine, right?
Yeah.
No personality whatsoever.
Did you call her washing machine?
I
More or
mean,
less.
there's probably a washing machine feature on her somewhere.
You know, you guys
More or
should
less.
really insult washing
Like,
machines
no,
like that because they
like, no,
have a
seriously.
personality.
Now, wait, say that one more time.
Washing machines actually have a personality. God.
No. But it's like no, that's the thing about it. She doesn't initially have a personality until, again, story spoilers for anybody who hasn't played through it yet.
She gets her shit kicked by Ryoji.
Like yeah, like there's doesn't it initially start out with it turns out the dude that was sponsoring you betrayed you, hypnotized her, and then Ryoji kicked the shit out of her.
It's after that. No, is it before or after? It's on the bridge, I believe. It's on the bridge after you take out the quote-unquote final shadow that Ryoji shows up and she tries to murder his ass and gets curb stomped.
Yeah, and somehow after that she just comes back and has a developing personality. I don't really know.
They made more advancements, considering she's a very old model.
Yeah.
Updates.
They made more advancements to a personality drives and whatnot, to the point where she's if you didn't see all the shit that's sticking out of her, you would just assume that she's just another weird human girl.
Yeah.
To which I feel like we kind of have to tie this in at the fact that, again, and I brought this up earlier, she also gains the full arcana, so she gains the ability to use multiple personas.
As a consequence of a certain story events, and we'll get to the consequence later in the honorable mentions.
At this point, we may as well just go ahead and roll through the spoilers. Anybody who hasn't played the games or watched the anime at this point probably isn't going to.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So yes, at the end of the game, she's the main protagonist of the next portion called The Answer, in which this is after she's the death of the main character, and she's discarded her emotions, but in exchange has obtained the wild card. As a consequence of this, she's also created a new character, referred to her assistant, and Arcana number 5, the Hierophant Metis. Give me one moment to get a picture of her. Metis is a sweetie, but very much I love my sister
like a
Aigis more than anything. Because she is
Die for her, in other words.
she is
Well,
all the
yeah,
emotions that Aigis threw away after the protagonist's death.
Exactly, and she just kind of wants to be whole. She kind of just wants to be a whole thing again.
Hmm.
So again, and not really much you can really say about her.
No, Metis is a nice character, just not much to her. As for Aigis, she's a typical Pinocchio story. The doll that
Yeah,
wants
more
to
or
be
less.
real.
I want to be a real boy. Or in this case, real girl.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, did Chris mute himself, or did I accidentally mute him?
No, he muted himself, it seems like.
Oh, okay.
The
So, yeah,
mariachi's going on.
Yeah, most definitely, she's just the typical Pinocchio story. I'm a real girl now.
Yeah, no.
So again, I can't really say much about it. But now I feel like I'm coming to an impasse on another character because I can't decide whether or not she belongs to the Persona 3 crew or the Persona 4 crew. But I mean to bring up the anti-shadow suppressant weapon Labras.
I'd say Persona 4, considering she showed up in Arena.
Okay, yeah. So we'll leave. So we'll leave it for next time then.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Hi.
I'm Paul.
Hello?
So we're moving on to the final romanceable option, and that is Arcana 21, The World, Elizabeth. Oh boy.
No, you gotta throw Leo. You gotta throw Theo on that list. Come on, man. This man gets disrespected enough.
He's not a waifu though. I love Theo. He's a great guy, but he's not a waifu.
He is still a fucking waifu. No matter what, they treat this man like a bitch the whole way through.
Theo, okay, let me get a picture of Theo because he is the other sibling of the Velvet family. I don't know what the fuck these things are, honestly.
Okay, look. No, that's
That's the
Elizabeth.
woman?
That's Elizabeth. She's just a completely weird chick.
Yeah.
She's the one that fits into the weirdo group on the team.
Let's be fair, all of them are weirdos, but Elizabeth is very much the I do not understand humans weirdo spectrum. The rest of her siblings, you could be like, oh yeah, they're just people with quirks. Elizabeth is like, no, this isn't human. This woman is not human.
It's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, no, seriously. Like, my average thought with this chick is, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Let me put it this way: the first date you go on with her, she throws away 3 million yen in a fountain.
Yes. Yeah, fucking just all. I'm like, dude, do you have any idea how much shit I could have bought with that? All the weapons I needed. It's like, yeah, dude, she is bizarre as hell, but for the fact that she has no idea what's going on with anything outside of the Velvet Room. Which, by the way, how the fuck does the Velvet Room work anymore? I'm so confused because after Persona 2, it's just like, what happened to like? Okay, I get.
Originally,
the
the purpose of the Velvet Room was for Philemon to aid his selected warriors, because Persona is really one big old cock measuring contest between humanity's good, Philemon, and humanity's evil, Nyarlathotep. This changed from Persona 2 because Persona 2 ended with, okay, we aren't going to actively participate anymore and leave humans to do whatever they want. Then it got complicated when other gods are like, okay, then humanity is free for the taking. And Igor's like, well, shit, now I gotta do something.
Because and Persona 5, Persona 5, I guess they just got tired of that because Nyarlathotep is the fucking, I'm gonna just say it out loud. Nyarlathotep's the final boss.
Hey, you said Arcana is the world, right?
Yes,
Yep.
Arcana 21, the world.
So, yes.
No.
And actually, I believe see, I totally saw that coming, and I'm gonna be honest with you. If Persona ever did a crossover with the JoJo series, I would totally see that happening.
Oh, most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, considering that the Persona series was kind of based off of JoJo, well, you know.
An inspiration. Yeah, inspired by JoJo, I should say, yeah.
I think that was like one of the reasons why Sakurai wanted to put Joker into a Smash. Because like that was like the closest he could get putting stands into Smash Brothers.
Damn.
Which is funny because he gave Banjo a Jotaro and a Dio color.
Yeah.
It's the best part.
And I think, what was it? Zelda, I think. She does a bunch of JoJo poses.
I was trying to figure out what that was.
Huh. Nice.
Yeah, he's a big JoJo fan.
You know what? And the funniest thing is, and you know what? I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say this now. Apparently, all of the Velvet Room members are also canonically. Yep. Like, yeah, apparently it's canon that all of the Velvet Room attendants are big JoJo fans.
They're also family members. You meet the older members in Persona 1.
It's like, see, I have no idea. You know what? Again, the weirdest thing to me, and I find this really strange, is that they never make mention of any of their other siblings.
No, unless they're in the crossover games queue, they never mention the fact, like, oh yeah, I have a sister, or I have a brother, or my mom and dad are lounge singers.
Exactly. Like, fam, I was trying to figure out what had happened to that crew for the longest time. And for some reason, I feel like they kind of should have brought that up in Persona 5 with them being lounge singers, because in Persona 5 the Royal, they give you a fucking jazz club to go to. I feel like that would have fit right in and nobody would have batted an eye. But,
That would be great. It'd be nice to see their parents, because, considering what happens to their one of their daughters in fucking 5. Oxymoron.
Oh, yeah. Caroline and Justine.
Yeah. But
or fuck it, I'm gonna say Lavenza.
Oh man, you spoiled it. Now we're gonna get angry comments from the YouTubers. Oh no.
Yeah, fuck them. If you ain't played a game that's been out for damn near 3 years, has another iteration and an entire anime to go along with it, that's your fault.
Yeah.
Now again, if the game had just came out and it was like 2 or 3 months in, okay, fair enough.
Back to the odd. It's funny that she's the oddest member of this fucking family when they're technically all eldritch abominations.
Yep.
Elizabeth is weird, but she's quirky, and honestly, she loves very hard, considering that the end of her story ends with, okay, the protagonist is dead, and he's...
I have clearly fallen in love with you, which is why I'm gonna have to draw the line under our tours. The fuck is going on outside?
Oh shit, it's the Persona 5 fans. They found us. Yeah, Elizabeth and Theo, honestly, try to, okay, I love you, but we have to draw a line here, because obvious reasons. Cannot mix work with pleasure, as much as I want to. But Elizabeth does prove that she says fuck that at the end, because when the protagonist becomes Jesus allegory and becomes a seal for humanity... Yeah, a doorknob.
That's the whole reason why she ends up in Persona 4 Arena anyway. You're like, yo, I'm going to do whatever the fuck it is it takes to bring him back to life so we don't have to do this anymore. I fucking want his dick.
Humanity's greatest power is our dicks.
It's like, no, she's no, because from Persona 3 onwards, you can very much make whomever your Velvet Room attendant is fall in love with you. And again, that includes 5.
Regrettably.
And because see, here's the thing. It plays out a lot more cutesy and comical with Caroline and Justine than you think it would. It's only until after you get to the end of the game where it's just like, all right, now we might need to slow this down a little bit.
No, I have no problem with the young kids having a crush on the older character. It's when it gets reciprocated that I have issues.
Yeah. Considering that in Persona 4 and Persona 5, the canon love options only present themselves after the extended cuts, well,
That is the end. That would technically be the end of all the waifus, but we have an honorable mention. With number 12, the hanged man, not the little girl, Chidori.
Chidori. Well, don't get what? She's kind of I give her the fact that she's kind of dope, but she's got this really weird. She's got a really fucked up story, hella fucked up, dark.
Yeah. So remember how we mentioned Mitsuru was basically an anti-shadow weapon from birth?
Mm-hmm.
Chidori is another example of that, except she was experimented to become a Persona user forcefully,
Yeah.
whereas Mitsuru awakened naturally.
Like yeah, and the thing in the thing in the Persona series is that if a Persona is forcibly awakened, it will immediately go rogue and attempt to murder its user.
Because the difference between a shadow and a Persona is, can you accept yourself? If you forcibly turn your darkness into your lights, bad things happen.
Exactly. It will attempt to kill the shit out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that being the case, Chidori is one of a group of 3 orphans who was adopted and experimented on by who was supposed to be your caretaker in the beginning of the series.
Ikutsuki and in general the Kirijo Corporation.
Yeah. So again, like when it comes to Chidori is again you can't exactly mark on the waifu list because I mean she's taken by my man Junpei.
Yeah, that's why honorable mention.
It legitimately makes me happy at the idea that those two might be like those two are most likely married prior to the events of Persona 5.
It's a bit weird on that info because they kind of push both angles, either that she's dead or that she was fully revived. It's weird.
It's like no, this specific like no after Persona like no with Persona 4 Arena Ultimax is definitely confirmed that she survived.
Bitchin'.
Because Junpei was thinking of popping the question to her.
Okay, because then before that it kind of left it in the air that Junpei was talking to her by like gravestone talks, or she actually was. They never specified if she was alive or dead.
It was like no, because see the other thing was that she and like in Persona 3 Portable, I feel like they added a few. I don't know if they added anything or took anything out, but it's like at the end of it. When after the point where Medea fuses with Hermes, basically it wipes her memory of everything that happened, and Junpei's basically just like, yo, I'm right here. Like he constantly visits her in the hospital. He brings her things. He talks to her very clearly. She's beginning to develop feelings for him because the whole reason why she ended up in the hospital in the first place was again she was a part with her being a part of these 3 orphans. She basically just did not give a fuck about dying.
Yeah,
right.
As she puts it, death does not scare me, but becoming attached scares me because I now fear losing that thing. Junpei becomes that thing she fears losing, and then he gets shot, just point blank from the guy.
Yeah, point blank by fucking Revolver Jesus, the biggest cunt in this fucking series.
Oh yeah, no, Takai is one of the worst enemies that you see in the series. Yeah, but she nearly loses Junpei, but because Medea has a power called the Spring of Life, she can exchange his life for hers.
Basically, she's fucking Golden Wind.
Except Golden Wind doesn't kill you.
Yeah, close enough. Fuck that. She's Medea's Golden Experience. Let me stop doing that shit right now, because I'm not doing that.
I mean, both names can be canon.
The reason why I'm doing that is because it makes sense as to why it's called Golden Experience. I'm not gonna call fucking Sticky Fingers Zipper Man.
Yeah, copyright is a bitch.
That being said, fucking fucking D4C's English translation is fucking amazing.
Oh, what is it?
Because in the manga it's like dirty's done the cheat, but the English translation is filthy acts at a reasonable price.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's probably my favorite one.
But yeah, no. When it comes down to Chidori, yeah, she had that whole, she had the cultly. Basically, when it came down to it, she was just an indoctrinated member of a cult. And finally, she had something that was worth losing, and it scared the fuck out of her. She didn't want to lose it. She almost lost it. Gave her life to protect it. And depending on how you played the game, there were, I think, something as simple as some flowers.
You tell Junpei to go visit her.
Basically, you make Junpei go visit her, and I don't know how. I'm pretty sure for whatever reason, Trismegistus just heals her wounds and brings her back to life.
Probably close proximity to the fragments of Medea again.
Yeah, some about there only, having the power of Hermes and all this other jazz. Love conquers all. And again, I should be upset about that damn trope showing up again, but it's just dude, with all the shit that goes on in the game and with all the shit that Junpei goes through, his old man being a drunk and his mother being gone,
Abusive drunk, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's the reason why he hates the idea of actually going back home, and he keeps trying to make everybody else happy so they don't feel as miserable as he did.
Yeah, honestly, it's the fact that it's Junpei, and you get to see so much about his character with his interaction with Chidori that makes them both so much better than without.
Yeah, because again, that's the thing about Junpei on the wind up. You just see him as just being this really goofy clown, and then you find out the reason for all of it. It's like, yo, this man's actually been through some stuff, and then you get to see the evolution of his character through his relationship with Chidori, and especially in Persona 4 Ultimax, when you find out that not only has he decided to start taking his life a little bit more seriously, he's a little league coach, and he's planning on marrying Chidori. So by the time Persona 5 comes around, they're most likely married already. So, if anything, let's clap it up for my man Junpei right quick. Nigga, is somebody getting fucking murdered outside? What the hell is happening?
That was me clapping my hands, motherfucker.
We had the same idea. Just
okay, look, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. I might need to call the police. I have heard screaming for the last 10 minutes outside. I don't know what the fuck is going on, and I don't know if I want to get involved with it.
Man, just bring out your shotgun, man. You got this.
I'm too tired to bring out my katana. I'm you're gonna have to do it for me.
Oh, police are here anyway. Cool.
Oh shit.
You didn't get the opportunity to bring out your gun? Lame.
We heard you didn't say Aigis was best girl. We've come to arrest you.
I never get a chance to use my katana.
Maybe when the quarantine is over.
Hey, just don't make sure you a Mugen cosplayer. You might get shot 6 times in the back.
Yeah, he's dark skinned. That's gonna happen anyway.
He's dark skinned. You fucking asshole.
Oh, that's not true.
I'd rather be
I mean, it's true, but you shouldn't be saying it.
Hey, you want to know the easiest way to get this video demonetized?
No.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm it's
COVID-19.
God damn it!
Oh, but I can edit that. But you know what I can't edit? Stone nipples on the statue girls for the thumbnail.
Don't do that, damn it! Don't do it.
Oh my god.
Please do it.
No.
I'm tempted in so many ways to just do dumb shit with this new thumbnail idea.
Or you're gonna be expecting some dumb shit, literally spewing in the comments.
Just use male nipples and cover them. That makes it totally illegal.
Listen, if David can have his cock out, I can have stone nipples on our thumbnail.
If David has cock out in a fucking Nintendo game,
you know what? See, here's the thing, though. I feel like this might be an issue because we're talking about a bunch of teenage girls, a bunch of 20-year-old ass men.
Mm-hmm.
We can age him up a few years.
God damn it!
It'll be fine.
We can age us down a few years.
I mean, if we're talking about
I think that's
5,
just
one of them
ridiculous.
grew 10 years more, so we're fine.
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, exactly. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
But
have we? I believe we kind of hit the wall on this one.
that is everyone, unless you want to talk about the two female teachers you see for 2 scenes in Portable.
No, thank you.
There was 2 other female teachers.
Yeah, surprisingly, I know, right?
The economic.
The only other one that I'm aware of is Miss Kashiwagi, and I'm pretty sure we all gonna take a hard pass on that.
That's the Persona 4 teacher, right?
Not to mention, we're all talking about the mainline girls, the girls who are important.
Oh yeah. Also, can we make a special note on this one? Because I feel like obviously I feel like this needs to be mentioned. So it's always clearly obvious that all the Persona games are linked together, that they all take place in the same universe.
Yeah.
I also kind of want to point out a fun little Easter egg that in Persona 3, if you're playing as the female protagonist, you actually meet Vincent from Catherine.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what?
Vincent from Catherine, you meet him in Persona if you play the female protagonist in Persona 3.
I pray for that guy.
Oh yeah, he's listed on the
that'd be-
random side, just man drinking alone.
Yeah.
Yep. And you know what? That being the case, it also brings to mind a really heavy question. I'm wondering if any other persona protagonist bros end up going through that nightmare.
Oh, there's an art of that with you and Minato.
Because it's here's the thing. There's an event for it in Persona, in Persona 5. Well, no, in Catherine, there's a Persona 5 event that you can only get in that game, which I'm gonna just say it out loud. It's basically just Ishtar telling Joker to keep it in his fucking pants, which is hilarious enough because it's specifically canon that he doesn't.
Holy shit.
But we'll get to that. But we'll get to that on the Persona 5 episode.
We'll get to that when we get to it.
Cannon strikes again.
We get there when we get there.
Yeah, we're
Wait,
going that
so
way
let's-
eventually.
Wait, so what does Persona 3 have to do with Persona 5? We get there when we get there! Oh, here's actually some fun trivia I figured out when I was going through the answer again. Persona 3 technically explains Persona 4 and 5 story points pretty well.
Oh yeah, the whole idea of fate, sticking up to your actual self, and people ain't meant to think the same.
No,
will?
the plot point of you don't accept yourself, you create your shadow, and the collective unconscious creating distortions.
You know what? I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that shit sailed past my head at the time that I was initially playing the game.
Same here, I just noticed it when I was going through it because one of the enemies that they face in the answer is the shadow created by everyone's regrets of Minato's death. Equivalent to a Memento's palace.
Mm.
Well, that's a
Yeah,
good
what
way
was the
to
other one?
tie in Persona 5.
Well, we'll get to Persona 5 soon, eventually.
Yeah, because we still got Persona 4 Golden on the way.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be awake for that.
Oh, you can do it, Anthony, then just go to the social links.
It's like, yeah, no, we're not saying that we're doing it right now. We're not doing it right now. That's gonna be the next, that's gonna be next week's episode.
Well,
All right.
The next eventual episode.
yeah, because I think
Well,
I think a good.
Persona 4, Sorry, continue.
No, continue, go.
I was just about to say, Persona 4 actually have a good grasp on the concept, considering the fact that I've watched the anime and played some of the Battle Arena video games. So, Persona 4 I am well acquainted with. Persona 5 I have not yet finished.
Yeah, that's fair. Honestly,
Nah.
Persona 4 is going to be the longer episode, considering we would have to go through Ultimax to better expand on the characters.
I mean, well, yeah, no, we kind of do because there's a lot of plot points that goes on in Ultimax.
Yeah. So, Persona 4 will take us a bit longer to get to than 3, considering.
Yeah, I mean, especially considering from Persona 4 Golden to Ultimax, you kind of have to.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm thinking about it, should we have even said anything about any of the dancing games, or we just gonna leave those out?
Here's my thing, like with the Q series, they all get.
Those are like OVAs.
There were no OVA. Thankfully, there were no OVAs for. Well, there were movies, but they were just recaps of Persona 3 story. But the dancing games don't do anything canonically except for 4, right?
Yeah, 4 was the only one that was canon, and even still, it doesn't that didn't even matter all that much.
Yeah, and even though Q is canon, it also everyone's memories get erased at the end, which also actually made a really dark story for a fanfic story for you at the end of that. Or it's like, oh shit, I remember now. I gotta call everyone, and then he finds Minato's date of death like 2 years earlier to the start of 4.
Yikes!
Yeah. So that's
That is fucking dark.
yeah, because he's like, I can reconnect with those guys from the port town, and it's like, oh,
He's dead.
Dead as a doornail.
No, he is the doornail.
yeah, no, it's so fucked. Like he got almost the worst deal out of all the Persona protagonists, and
Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna be the protector of humanity as long as people don't wish for suicide. Everything's all good. Persona 5, Shiho, hell splat.
as long it's not even like for suicide. As long as if you have even the smallest wish for death, he can never be released.
Exactly. So if anyone ever wishes for death, he will never be able to let go of that lock, or else Erebus is just gonna show up and fuck shit up again.
Mm-hmm. It's a fun time all around.
Like legitimately, out of all the Persona protagonists, he had the worst deal out of all of them. Which is why I'm legitimately hoping that even in the events of Persona 5, even in the events of Persona 5, fuck it, that Elizabeth is getting somewhat closer to finding that answer.
Considering he's Jesus and Jesus rose 3 days later, I'm assuming the third game, the next 6, is where he comes back.
I'm really hoping, like, and then it's just going, like, it's going to end up like a Shin Megami Tensei Apocalypse sort of thing.
I swear to God, man, the minute you said that, I immediately thought of fucking conspiracy board, like 3 games, 3 days. Fuck, man. Seriously, you got a conspiracy board over there?
Persona
I'm, like,
6
really
is
curious.
actually Half-Life 3.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It all makes sense now.
Matt brings out the Sunny in Philadelphia conspiracy wall. Listen, guys.
I mean, nah, I'm going to save that for another time.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll just save that for another later podcast.
yeah, we'll say that for the next time. But with that said, I don't think there's anything else we can say about Persona 3 itself. So,
I don't
No.
know.
I mean, not unless we're just going to end up doing a whole psychological analysis over the games and the characters themselves.
no. As fun as that is, I don't think we're ready for that.
Oh hell no.
No.
We joke too much.
No.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure if there was an actual situation, Dorkun would be pissed.
True enough. Alrighty, so with that said, we thank you all for joining us for our first episode of Those Guys Who Rate Waifus, but it actually just became Those Guys Who Analyze Waifus. And we hope to see you next time.
Peace out, you. Bird up.
Plays on.
Later.
Goodbye there.
Fuck was that?
It was a glorious bird call.
Throw it up.
And that was
Bird up.
and that was the kobold mating signal, the majestic creature.
And that's my cue to get the fuck out of here.